Hi, this is Delaney.
Hi, Delaney. Happy Wednesday. It's Kong.
Hi. How are
Delaney,
you?
yeah, good. Are you feeling better?
Uh, Mid,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Yeah, I apologize that I blow up your phone. I didn't mean to call you so many times, but I just want to make sure that before I ran into another meeting that I can call you back.
Okay.
Yeah, Delaney, basically, the last time that we chat about on one of your property, what is the absolute best you can do that you can go on that, Delaney?
On Hickory,
Yep.
yeah, I would just do 110. That's the lowest I would go.
Okay. And I think at that time, and honestly, Delaney, on that one, I think the highest that we can go and still make it work for us, and I don't know, it's we'll probably like fall apart in price, but not too far. That's 80,000. That's with us paying all the closing costs and all the fees.
Yeah, I got another offer at 96. So
Okay.
yeah,
What is holding you back from accepting that one?
I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to sell it
Yeah.
or I'm going to deal with it because that's what I do. So
Sure. No,
I don't necessarily need to sell it. So I'm just
yeah,
trying to
no.
decide.
Yeah, got you. I understand. So you got another offer of 96, and they pay all your closing costs, all your fees as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They take over the property as is.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. So they offer you 96, and obviously it's not the 110 that you want, and that's the reason why you haven't moved forward with them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So whoever can give you the 110, is that the person that you're going to sell the property to?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, Delaney, and that's one of the reason I call you back too is that I don't. So on this property, I understand that we're probably not going to be able to make it work for you and for us. So I was just curious that if you have another property that you might be interested in selling, and maybe we can work something out on that one.
Yeah, I have the two other ones, but I submitted them to you guys.
Okay. Okay,
And
that's
the other
okay.
one, the other ones at like one sold over the summer at 1.3, one sold down the street for like
Yeah,
980.
gotcha. So yeah, no, Delaney, that one probably won't work for us. That's in the million
Yeah,
dollar range. But how about your mom property? What's the ARV on that?
550,
Okay,
and
that's workable for us.
it has a separate one bedroom attached to a two-car garage
Oh, nice,
that I had to gut. Yeah, it has a ton of value add.
nice.
The the
What's that?
apartment.
Yes,
Sorry.
no, not a problem. So Delaney, when you did the renovation to turn that garage into the one bedroom apartment, was there a permit done on it or no?
It was already there. I
Hmm.
didn't have to do it. So it's been
Oh,
that
nice.
way. So
Oh,
nothing,
good.
it's just right now everything's hardwired and everything's done. I had to gut it just down to the studs, but all the wiring
Okay,
and all the rough ends and everything's there. So you just need to put back cosmetics so you wouldn't have to do anything or
nice.
file
Okay.
any permits. Yeah.
And is your mom currently living there?
She's about ready to move in with us. So that's the only reason I'm
Oh,
selling it.
I got you. Okay. Does she have a mortgage on that we need to pay on?
Yeah. Yeah,
Do you
she
know
does. And
roughly how
again,
much?
yeah, it's like 250 or
Okay.
300. But I mean, same thing there. Like I'm not giving it away because I
No,
know
for sure.
I know that one can sell, but there's a huge value add. It sits at the top of the hill. It's on a little over an acre.
Okay.
It's a four-bedroom, three full bath
Okay.
farmhouse with a wraparound porch.
Yeah.
Um,
So
and
Delaney, so if we were to finish up the basement and update the house, like, do you know roughly how much it's gonna cost to like update the house and make it look really nice?
yeah, I mean, if you did all of those other things,
Mm-hmm.
then you'd probably be looking at a sales price closer to like 775 or
Oh, okay.
800. Yeah, it's a pretty big value add, especially if you fix that and have the carriage house and stuff on an acre in
Oh,
Franklin Township.
okay. Got it.
Like I said, almost 3,000 square feet, four possibly five-bedroom, three full baths. So
Okay.
I mean, if you put 50,000 in it,
Okay.
75 to redo. I mean, I usually spend 50,000 and can redo a whole house. So I don't know what
Yep.
your numbers look like,
No problem. So
but
Delaney, are you planning on doing that? So I'm just saying, if you didn't get the price that you wanted for your mom's house, are are you gonna fix it up and then
I
sell it?
probably am not. I
Okay.
just had knee surgery and I don't have
Oh
a ton of
shoot,
time right now
for
trying to
sure,
do other things. So
for
I
sure.
probably won't. So I'm understand, we may not get the 550, but I'm
Yeah,
not coming off of it a crap load. So,
yeah. I know.
it'd have to be reasonable.
No, I understand. Okay, so basically, okay, so you're looking to get 550 for your mom's property.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna list it for 550.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're gonna list it for 550. So what now, Delaney? Well, once the mortgage is paid off, and if all the closing costs were being covered by us, and we're taking over the properties and taking on the risk and the work, do you know like what's the least you would consider, like your mom would consider a walk away to her would be, like net?
Yeah, I mean 500. The least I take is 500
Okay,
sales
so
price.
500 minus 250 that she owes. So basically, she wants net right around 250.
Yeah,
Okay,
minimum.
minimum. Okay, so 500,000. Oh man. Let me see here. So the lease. Okay. So Delaney. So let's just say so you listed for 550. Okay. And if someone comes in, you listed for 550. If someone comes in and offer you 500,000, would you take it?
Depends on what the structure of the the fees are.
Yeah. No. That's exactly what I was. That's exactly what I was gonna say next. Because if you were gonna accept, if it's on the market for 550, I'm sure if the property needs work, every investor would comes in and they would probably want some kind of a discount for it. But if you were to accept the 500,000 when it's on the market, you got to pay the obviously the real estate commissions and all that. I'm just thinking that if we were to do like a obviously a deal straight with you and your mom, where you don't have to worry about paying real estate commissions or closing costs or fees, could you see yourself going any lower than the 500,000 for us?
No, probably not. I mean, if you want to shoot me an offer, I can let you know. I've been a real estate broker for 20 years, so
Oh,
I'm
nice.
not
Okay.
paying any fees.
Right, but then you guys have to still cover the buyer's agent fees, right? Or no?
It depends. If it's written that way, I mean, everything's negotiable. And this
That's
is a
true.
really good property. So,
No, that's
I mean,
true.
if people want it bad enough that you don't find ones like this every day.
That's
So,
true.
if they want a piece of property and they want
Yeah.
an opportunity to have
Yeah.
an additional apartment to help cover a mortgage
Yeah.
or rent, or there's just a very high value add in this property. So
Yeah.
no,
No,
and
for sure.
I've been a good negotiator for almost 20 years. We have
Oh, nice.
properties in Florida,
Nice.
all over the place. So this isn't my first rodeo.
No, for
So
sure.
I
For
just
sure.
don't have time to take care of it. It's a great opportunity, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, I'm just too busy right now. And health wise, I just had surgery, so I really don't have time for it.
Yeah, no, and I completely understand. And Delaney, I just want to say thank you so much. Obviously for giving us the opportunity to actually even talk to you and even obviously look at your property here. And I'm sure that you can understand, as an investor, and you're an investor yourself with long time experience. That obviously we got to make some kind of gain when we buy, especially with all the risk that we're taking on. I know that we can't do 500 for sure. I know we can't do that. But Delaney, I mean, if we were to do straight with you, would you consider 450? Like 450,
Uh,
we cover all closing costs, all fees.
yeah, no, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't do 450, okay?
No, we've already had people approach us. And like I said, it is a really
Yeah,
desirable property with a very, these just don't come up all the time
sure.
out there. So you have something to separate you.
Right.
So
So
yeah.
Delaney, my last question to you. We're at 450 and you're at 500. Do you think that there's some way that we can somehow meet in the middle and make this work, or no?
Potentially, like I said, if you want to give me an offer, I'll tell you. I'm straight up, so I
Like,
can let you know if that
well,
looks good.
so I'm thinking. Well, I'm not saying that I could, but I'm just saying if I can get my team manager to come up 25, would you guys be able to come down 25, and we meet at 475 with us, cover all closing costs, all the fees, buy it as is, 60 days closing or sooner? Would that work?
If those numbers would work, I'd have
Mm-hmm.
to just double check everything, but
Okay.
it would need to be a 30-day closing. I wouldn't do a 60-day close,
Okay.
and it would need to have an earnest money
Of like how much?
deposit. I'd want at least 5,000.
Okay. So you would want a five. Okay, so hold on a second, Delaney. So a 5,000 EMD with a 30 days closing, at 475. So Delaney, obviously, I'm not saying that I could, but if I ran this through my team manager in our finance department, if they agreed to everything that you just mentioned, $5,000 EMD, 30 days closing or sooner, with a purchase price of 475, with us pay all the closing costs, all the fees, no real estate commissions, deal directly with you. If I can get that approved, is that something that you guys are ready to move forward and get the paperwork done and sell your property?
Yeah, I just said I just have to double check the numbers on my mom's payoffs. But yeah.
Okay. So Delaney, how about we do that? So, could you give me either later today? I can either, if I get an answer sooner, I can call you back later today. If not,
Mhm.
would we be able to connect early tomorrow? That way you have
Good.
time to figure out her payoff and all that as well.
Yep, that's fine.
Fantastic, Delaney. Once again, thank you so much for working with us, and hopefully we can work something out. But I'll give you a call either later today or tomorrow to let you know either way. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks, Delaney. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye.
All right, thanks. Bye.
That's how you negotiate. A lot of you can't even get that far. Okay. That's why you got to get better at your negotiating skills. You got to get better at knowing how to talk, how to communicate, how to build rapport, how to, see, the key is if you can get the seller to trust you, like you, and laugh, dude, it is, you are 80% winning already. You 80% win already. And a lot of you, when you get on a call, you don't even know what to say, right? You don't even know how to filter them. You don't even know how to qualify them. So now do you guys understand the difference between a motivated seller and a non-motivated seller? What a non-motivated seller sound like? So early with James, I would have got off the call with him a long time ago. A long time ago. The reason I stay on the call because I want you guys to listen in how to deal with these, right? He basically just throwing objection, just challenging me. I want to keep him on the phone so you can see the ugly side, not just the good call, but also see the bad call, the call how I handle an unmotivated seller sound like, right? So when you're on the motivated with the seller, you see how this motivated seller sound different. She's cooperative, right? But also she's not super motivated. She's reasonable. See, a lot of you, dude, the only way that you will close a deal is you come across a desperate seller. And I can tell you right now, dude, a desperate seller is hard to find. But a reasonable seller, like her, Delaney, she's reasonable. She's like, I'm not, giving your property away, right? But she's invested, she's reasonable. But when you don't have to talk to them, you don't have to negotiate with them, you don't have to make them understand that, hey, as an investor, we do want to make some kind of a gain when we buy. You are an investor yourself, so I'm sure you can understand, right? And then I challenge her. I said, hey, if you list it for $550, someone came in and offered you $500, would you take it? Well, earlier she already told me she would. She's like, yeah. Earlier she said, hey, obviously I can go to 500,000. So if she listed for 550, someone come in at 500,000, she's probably going to take it. So when she say that, you'll be like, well, now Delaney, you got to pay for a real estate commission, closing costs, and all that. And really, you probably don't walk away with the 500,000 that you want. Why don't we just save you the headaches? And that's why I offer her 450. Okay, and obviously she turned down the 450. Now a lot of you be like, well, what do I do? A lot of you be like, okay, I offer her 450. She doesn't accept buy. Boom, click. You don't know how to negotiate, and where, hey, now that I'm at 450, you're at 500,000. I can't make it work, but hey, can you see yourself, meeting somewhere in the middle? Instead of say, can we meet in the middle? I'm saying, can you see us meeting somewhere in the middle? Right. And then the next thing, she's like, hey, I want to see, an EMD. A lot of you will be like, well, we can put this much down. We can put this much down. Once again, you don't mention a number. I asked her, so what would she like? She said 5,000 EMD, on a purchase price of 475, reasonable, makes sense. Right. But a lot of you don't have the capital to put down the 5K EMD. And that's where you got to build relationship with your buyers. Your buyer can put that down. And then the next thing is I'll be like, hey, if I'm not saying I could, if I can get my team manager to come up 25K, would you be able to come down 25 to make this work? That's how you negotiate, my friend. That's how a pro negotiator negotiate. I'll tell you, dude, we close everything over the phone. Everything over the phone. Been doing it for the past 7 years. I don't meet the seller. I don't see the property. Right? If I go meet the seller, they'll probably give it to me for free. Right? But I'm just saying, get better at talking, get better at negotiating, learn, master the game. Because if you're out there, you're just winging it, you're just trying to get lucky, I promise you, you will quit before you land your first deal. So for those of you, you want to learn the game, you want to master the game, you want to learn from me how to virtually wholesale, you want to learn how to build your own virtual wholesaling operation where you can work from home or anywhere. This works in any city, any states. Come and join my masterclass. Completely free, no string attached. If you're watching this, it's happening today in about 4 hours. Click the link in my description. Okay? Sign up free. I'll see you there. YouTube or Instagram family, all you need to do is DM me 2026. I'll send you the link to register. Okay? I'll see you guys on the next live. Until next time, take care. And let's go get this. Moni, I'm out. Okay, I got to answer this question. Anthony said, does your team offer guidance wholesaling without the Truly Academy price? No, Anthony, the only way that you can work directly with me and my team is you got to join the Academy. Otherwise, I'm sorry, dude. We just don't have time for it. Okay? I'll see you guys on the next live. I'll be there, dude. I'll see you there. I'll show you.